Hi friends, this is Ajay here, Class 12 Physics, Current Electricity. Today we are going to discuss about the Wheatstone's network. One of the important applications of the Kirchhoff's rule is the Wheatstone's network. There are two applications of the Wheatstone's bridge. It is used to compare the resistances and it is also helpful in determining the unknown resistance in an electrical network. This is the circuit of the Wheatstone's network. There are four resistors P, Q, R and S respectively, and there are two junctions AC and BD respectively. Across the junction AC, there is a battery which is nothing but a power supply is placed, and across the junction BD, a galvanometer is placed. And we know that current flows from the positive charge to the negative charge. So current, when it reaches the junction A, it splits into two currents, namely I1 and I2. I1 current passes through the resistance P and I2 current passes through the resistance R. And at the junction B, there are two currents, namely IG and I3. Ig is the galvanometric current because a galvanometer is placed in between the junctions B and D, and I3 is the current which flows through the resistance Q, and another current I4 flows through the resistance S. As I have already mentioned you that it is an application of Kirchhoff's current rule and Kirchhoff's voltage rule, let's apply Kirchhoff's current rule. According to the Kirchhoff's current rule, the sum of the algebraic sum of any current at a junction is equal to 0. The current entering the junction is taken as a positive quantity, whereas the current leaving the junction is taken as a negative quantity. So let's apply Kirchhoff's current rule at junction B. By applying it, we get I1 minus Ig minus I3 is equal to 0. And let's consider that to be equation 1. And let's apply Kirchhoff's current rule at junction D. Applying this rule, we get I2 plus Ig minus I4 is equal to 0. Now let's apply Kirchhoff's voltage rule in the loop ABDA. What is Kirchhoff's voltage rule? According to the Kirchhoff's voltage rule, the algebraic sum of the product of the current and resistance in a circuit is equal to 0. So, applying this rule in the loop ABDA, we get I1P plus IgG minus I2R is equal to 0. And similarly, applying Kirchhoff's voltage rule in the loop ABCDA, we get I1P plus I3Q minus I2R minus I4S is equal to 0. These are the four basic equations. And we know that the junction B and the junction B and junction D are maintained at the same potential. So, the current flowing through the galvanometer will ultimately become 0. So, Ig is equal to 0. Substituting Ig is equal to 0, we will get I1 is equal to I3, I2 is equal to I4, I1R is equal to I1P is equal to I2R. This is the mathematical form of what I have explained. As I have told earlier, applying Kirchhoff's current rule at junction B, we get I1 minus Ig minus I3 is equal to 0. At junction D, we get I2 plus Ig minus I4 is equal to 0. Applying Kirchhoff's voltage rule, we get I1P plus IgG minus I2R is equal to 0. And applying Kirchhoff's voltage rule in loop ABCDA, we get I1P plus I3Q minus I4S minus I2R is equal to 0. And as I have already explained you that the points B and D are at the same potential, the bridge is balanced and hence no current flows through the circuit at the galvanometer because there is no potential difference and hence Ig is equal to 0. Substituting Ig is equal to 0, we will get I1 is equal to I3, I2 is equal to I4, I1P is is equal to I2R respectively. Now, substituting these values in this equation, that is I1P plus I3Q minus I4S minus I2R is equal to 0, we will derive the equation. We know that I1 is equal to I3 and I2 is equal to I4. So let us put I3 as I1 and I4 as I2 respectively. Thus we will come to a conclusion of the derivation. So I1P plus I1Q minus I2R minus I2S is equal to 0. Now let's take the negative sign to the other side. We will get I1P plus I2Q is equal to I2R plus I2S. Now let's take the common terms outside. Here I1 is the common term. So I1 into P plus Q is equal to I2 into R plus S. And substituting over here, we should divide this equation, that is I1 into P plus Q is equal to I2 into R plus S by equation 6, that is I1P is equal to I2R. We will get the equation because I1 into P plus Q divided by I1P is equal to I2 into R plus S divided by R. So we will get I1 will be cancelling each other, I2 will also be cancelling each other. Ultimately we will get P plus Q divided by P is equal to R plus S divided by R. We can divide P and Q separately. So P by P is equal to 1. 1 plus Q by P is equal to R by R is equal to 1. 1 plus R by S. 1 and 1 will cancel each other. Q by P is equal to S by R. Now reciprocating this, we will get P by Q is equal to R by S. This equation is called as the Wheatstone's network equation. Now, as I've already said that this has two important applications. That is, it is used to compare the resistance and it is also used for identifying the unknown resistance. Say, if we know three values of the resistance, say P is equal to 2, Q is equal to 3, R is equal to 4, and if you are asked to find S, you can easily find the value of the unknown resistance by substituting in this particular equation, and you can also compare the values of each resistance. So this is what for the Wheatstone's network is used. I hope you understood the concept of the Wheatstone's network in detail, and if you have any doubts, do comment it below. Do subscribe our channel. Thank you.